Hi guys, today we are going to figure out whether Denmark is the right country for you to study abroad. Everyone knows that Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world. But did you know it is also famous for its competitive salaries, relaxed work culture, job security, and pension schemes? Everything's great about this country. But is it the right location for you to study abroad? That's what you need to figure out. Like always, I'm going to talk about each and every factor that affects an international student. And at the end of the video, you would be able to decide whether this is the right location for you or not. So, the first and the most important factor to look into is post study work visa. Denmark gives 3 years of post study work visa, meaning you can live in the country for 3 more years after graduation to look for jobs. Now, the next and the most obvious question is what are the popular courses to pursue in Denmark? The most popular courses to pursue include engineering, especially mechanical engineering or anything related to sustainable energy, business and management, and the third one is IT or computer science. Now, does Denmark have good reputed universities to pursue any of these programs? My answer would be yes, they have, but not as many as in the UK or the US. For example, Denmark has University of Copenhagen, which is one of the oldest and most renowned universities in Europe for engineering tech related programs. They also have Aarhus University. They have Copenhagen Business School for programs in business and management. They have a very popular MBA there, and then they have DTU and so on, like I mentioned on the screen. I can go on and on about these universities and business schools, but it's impossible to cover it all in this video. So, if you're someone who's looking to study abroad at any of these top universities, be it in Denmark or any other country, feel free to reach out to me or my team on this WhatsApp number. I run a study abroad boutique called Edu, and here we help students to get into the world's top universities. And we help in the process from start to end, be it shortlisting the right country for you, the right programs, the right colleges, etc. So feel free to reach out to us and we will help you out. The next factor to look into is living expenses. Living in Denmark is pretty expensive, especially in Copenhagen. It costs about 1200 to 1400 euros to live in Copenhagen, and if you end up at other student towns or cities like Aarhus or Aalborg, then you would end up spending anywhere from 700 to 1000 euros. But there is a way to get student support from the government, meaning there is a way where the government will pay you your living expenses or a part of your living expenses every month. I'm not getting into the details right now, and I will explain about it at the end of this video. If it's so expensive to live in Denmark, you may ask whether it's allowed to do part time work. Yes, you can do part time work for 20 hours a week during your academic period, or you can do full time during holidays. Now, the next factor to consider is language barriers. Obviously, since the local language is Danish, you will face language barriers, but it's good to know that about 86% of the population can speak in English. The top English speaking cities in Denmark include Copenhagen and Aarhus. So now let's consider the next factor, which is healthcare. Now, I always look into this factor, and I personally feel it's really important because healthcare outside India is extremely expensive. And it's important to know how much you need to spend for healthcare when you travel or you study in any other country. The best part about Denmark is that it provides free healthcare. So if you plan to study in Denmark, that burden is off you. All right, now before we move on to the most important factor, which is the job market, let me first discuss everything I know about the PR. So, to get a PR in Denmark, you need to continuously live in that country for 4 years, and the benefits are amazing once you get the PR. Denmark has a very strong welfare and social system, and that's why once you get the PR, you enjoy almost the same benefits as the citizens. For example, unemployment benefits, sickness pay, free education, housing allowances, free education for your children, etc. So it's a great country overall to settle and to build a life in. And obviously, it's very popular also for its work life balance. All right, so now let's talk about the most important factor, Denmark's job market. So, Denmark has a lot of multinational and tech companies that completely operate in English. And the most popular sectors for internationals include IT, finance, engineering, life sciences, etc. It is also the home to three of the world's most renowned companies like Novo, Vesta, Maersk, etc. Since the headquarters are located in Denmark, there is a possibility for English speaking candidates to get jobs there. Also, Copenhagen, Denmark's capital, has a very booming startup scene and ecosystem where they support clean tech, biotech, fintech, medtech, etc. All in all, there is a lot of demand for software engineers, UX designers, sustainability consultants, etc. Apart from all this, we digged a little deeper and looked into the official immigration reports published by the Denmark government. And we found out that these are the sectors where jobs are available for internationals. The first one was engineering, where they were looking for process engineers, mechanical engineers, civil engineers, etc., like mentioned on the screen. The second one was business or management, where they were looking for finance managers, logistics managers, head of accountants, etc. The third one was healthcare, where they were looking for social and healthcare workers. And the last one was skilled trades, where they were looking for electricians, auto mechanics, and the others as mentioned on your screen. So, if you are someone who's looking to build a career in these domains, there's a possibility that you will get a job mainly because the locals are not able to fulfill these jobs as of now. All in all, Denmark seems a decent location to study abroad. Yes, there are language barriers. Like I said, only 86% of the population speaks English. And in the job market, it's important for you to know Danish to progress further. However, there are a lot of, like I said, multinational companies that function completely in English. And if you do end up having the right skills and experience, and you do end up going to a very good university, then there is a high chance that you will get a good job and a good life in Denmark. The best part about going to Denmark is that you have a lot of time, so you can stay in that country for 3 more years after graduation just to look for jobs, which I think is enough period to learn the language, to understand the culture, to build a network, and to do everything that's needed to succeed in a country. So they don't really kick you out right after graduation like a lot of other countries do. So that's great, but it is also an expensive affair to live in Denmark, right? And for that, you need to know about this very interesting thing that the Denmark government offers called SU, or this, which translates to student education grant. The Denmark government offers a student grant for which even Indians are eligible. If you do meet the conditions, then Indians are eligible for this grant as well, which by the way is amazing. It is a decent amount of money that the government gives you every month for your living expenses. But there are certain conditions that you need to meet. The first condition is the visa condition. From what I understand, you need to have a long term visa of more than 3 months, which I think every Indian student who goes to study in Denmark has. The second condition is that you need to be doing a part time job in Denmark after you go there. And you need to show that you're consistently doing a part time job and supporting yourself. So the government's ideology, from what I understand, is that they do not want you to give the money free without you actually trying. So they want you to first do a part-time job, and if you're doing a part-time job regularly, then the government will give you this grant, right? And there are a few other conditions which you might want to check out on this page. Yeah, but I am sure this is definitely possible, and if this is possible, the living expense burden will go away, which is amazing, and you can actually thrive in Denmark if this happens, right? Because you're completely then focused on education. The education is like the tuition fee is not that high like US or UK, and if your living expenses is covered, then it's going to be amazing. So I hope all of this information was helpful for you. If you want to get into any of the top universities in Denmark or any other country in the world, my team and I will personally help you from start to end in the entire journey. Obviously, it is a part of our paid services. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to my team on this WhatsApp number or schedule a call with me on my website. I'm going to be making a lot more honest and well researched videos for you guys. So make sure to subscribe if you want to get into a top university, and don't forget to like this video.